Hello, welcome back. Alright, you ready for this one? Keen's Original Sausage Rolls. Oh mate, I have not made these in ages. Okay, so back in the day we would have our Keen's curry powder, and then underneath it we'd always have our Keen's mustard powder. From what I remember, I'm pretty sure they were only like this big back then. So for today's recipe we used the Keen's mustard. So what we're going to need is 1 kilo of beef sausage mince. So I grabbed this one from Coles, but you can literally get them from anywhere. If you go to the section where they sell sausages, you'll normally find it sitting there somewhere. We need 1 medium zucchini, 1 medium carrot, 1 medium onion, 2 eggs, 1 to 2 slices of bread, sesame seeds and poppy seeds, and some garlic powder and mustard powder. I'll write the recipe below as always. So the first thing we want to do is chop our bread up. What you want to do is slice your bread into really skinny little pieces and then turn them around and then chop them really small all the way down. And then when you put them into your cup, sort of get them and squeeze them apart like that and break it all up as you're putting it into your cup measurement. Once we've got that done, the next thing we want to do is we want to peel and chop our onion really small. Once that's done, we set that aside. Now we want to get our zucchini and our carrot. We want to chop the ends off of both and then we want to peel them. Get the grater out, and now I'm going to grate them both up into a bowl together. Now once we've done that, we set that aside, and now we want to get a small bowl out. We want to crack 1 egg into there and whisk it up with a fork. Alrighty, now we get a large bowl out. The first thing we want to do is just cut the end off the sausage meat, and then from the top you want to squeeze it until you get right down to the bottom and squeeze it all out. Now with a fork, just chop them into little chunks, just so we can move it around and make everything a bit easier to get through it. Now we want to add 2 tablespoons of Keen's mustard powder. If you don't have the Keen's one, you can use whatever mustard powder you got. Throw our onion in, our carrot and zucchini, our 1 cup of fresh breadcrumbs, our 1 egg that's been beaten lightly, and last but not least, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now with a fork, we want to get in there and just mix and mix and mix and beat the crap out of it. Alrighty, once we've got it to look like this, we now want to push it all down flat. Okay, once we've done that, we now want to grab a knife and we want to roughly cut it into 8 sections. And then that just gives us the rough idea of how much to put in each one. Okay, now we want to preheat our ovens at 200 degrees Celsius. We want to grab out some baking trays and baking paper. Now we need to thaw out 4 sheets of puff pastry. So what I normally do is I normally cut through the plastic, and then I'll cut down the sides a little bit as well, just to give some room to get the puff out. Then to do this successfully every time, you need a really long knife with a pointy end. I'll just get it out here to show you. See if this makes it better. So you get it in between, so you slide it in, and then once you slide it in, just go across side to side, and they come off really easy every time. So you just slide it in between the bit of plastic there, grab the other end while you're pushing, slide across, out she comes every time. Once our puff is thawed, we want to get 2 small bowls out. The first one we want to put our egg in it and whisk it with a fork. Then in our other small bowl we want to put 1 tablespoon of the poppy seeds and 1 tablespoon of the sesame seeds, and then just mix them up together and we're ready to rock and roll. Now we get our first sheet of puff and we want to cut it in half. So I'll just do a fold in the middle, open it up and cut it down the middle. Then we get our first section of mixture. Dump it on there, and then with clean fingers, push it all out into a tube. I would normally do 2 at once, but I just want to show you. Okay, once you've got that, peel it from the base. Wrap it nice and tight. And then as you fold it over, tuck it right in the pastry. So you want a little bit of a seal, like 1/2 centimetre or something, that's covering pastry to pastry. Okay, roll it off of it. And then once you've done it like that, you want to lay it down flat on the seam. Okay, just push it down real gently. Now with the back of your knife, you want to put indents all the way down it, nice and gently. Now, this is up to you. If you want just normal sausage rolls like I'm going to make, normal size ones, just cut them in half. If you want to make party size ones, you can just chop them in half again. Once you've chopped them as many times as you want, then you just want to chop the end pieces off. And we're ready to go. Now you can just put them straight on your tray. Now you can also, I'll just set that aside for a sec, get out a piece of Glad wrap. Place one sausage roll on there. If you wrap the Glad wrap over and make sure it's fully sealed that one in, it's a poppy seed. If you fully seal that one in and then you put your second one on top, hope you can see there, and you put your second one on top like that next to it. Alright, cut your Glad wrap, put it over and under, and then fold both the ends in. You can now leave them like that in the fridge for up to 2 days, and then you can pull them out whenever you want them and put them on the trays and cook them, or you can put them in your freezer exactly like that. Then if you want to cook them from frozen, you take them out, you unwrap them while they're frozen, lay them all on the trays, let them thaw out just the pastry a little bit, so you can put your egg and your sesame seeds and seeds on there, and then you can bang them in the oven from frozen, and I think they take maybe an extra 5 minutes. And then just keep on going, lovelies. Alrighty, so by this stage we've got as many as we want to cook on the trays. We've got the rest in the fridge or the freezer. Okay, now you can either get your pastry brush out or just use your fingers, and we want to put egg on top. Now we want to put our mixed seeds on top. Now we bang them in the oven. Oh, here comes the good part. 30 minutes later in my electric oven. And oh yeah, baby, we've got ourselves some sausage rolls. Now they're really, really hot, and for some reason they stay really, really hot for ages. So if you're going to give them to the kids, you want to leave them sitting there for at least 5 minutes. Well, there you have it, lovelies. Just like that. Keen's sausage rolls. May I say no more? Thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourselves a pearl or a day. And oi, give these a crack. Bye.